Bonjour watcher, this is Johnny Banger 45. Welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia. In the last episode, we have seen them do some heavy exercise with Yuji-kun. So let's continue where we left off. We have entered the World Tree. That same afternoon, Jamie gave me a call on myself. It was a very brief conversation. She just told me she delivered all the materials she could on Makina to the Academy Administration. In other words, if you want to know that badly, go ask Chizuru. Accordingly, I'm currently making my way to the principal office. The sparkle from the hallway says that I've been loudly waxed recently as I have said I take producers to loud screen. A motor takes on the nightingale floor. Perhaps, what a reprehensible woman. Chizuru, you in here?
ちょっと愛人のアパートじゃないんだから自分の部屋みたいに堂々と入ってこないでくれる？ノックをしなさいと何度言えば。
What difference does it make? Hurry and take a shower. I'll be waiting.
あのね。
Just a joke. You already know why I'm here.
そうやって大人の女をおもちゃにしているといつかバチが当たるわよ。
Am I aware? Feel free to elaborate on this theory next time. I take you out on data.
食事に誘う気なんてないくせに。
It was an indirect way of saying I don't want to hear it. Too subtle for you?
本当に嫌な子ね。
Jamie got in touch. Did she let me see the documents about Makina?
嫌です。
I wonder how can I get you to show that to me?
あなたの私に対するこれまでの雑な扱いを謝罪して今後はちゃんと先生の言うことを聞きますって言うなら見せてあげます。
That's abuse of authority, Chizuru.
そうですとも職権でも何でも乱用しますよ。私だっていい加減頭に来てるんですからね。
I see. Let's just try the means there. In that case, I guess I will have to use every class I got as well. That's alright with you?
何をする気？
My master once beat a certain technique to me, a method guaranteed to make even the most stubborn woman split her guts. It's a lengthy process and practice something of a pain to execute, but it seems I have no choice.
ちょっと待って。はい質問です。
Go ahead.
それはエロスと何か関係が？
Tricky questions. Interpretations tend to vary fairly widely depending on personal proclivities. Come to think of it, back in the old days, I once made JB apologize to me in tears using the writing equation. She never mentioned it?
確かあの子が甘い声を出しながら無茶なお願いをしてきたら走って逃げろとだけ言われた覚えが。
Huh, might be a little odd to say this myself, but that will probably be wise. If you're going to run, kick off those shoes first. With heels like those, I'll catch you so quick it won't even be of any fun.
痛いことしないわよね。
Come on, do I look like such a cruel man? If anything, in a few hours you have a pleasant new perspective on the whole concept of pain. Nothing to worry about.
背筋を這い上がるような不安しか感じられないのはなぜかしら。
On that note, Chizuru, I got some good news for you. For a limited time, we happen to be offering a special sale. Over Makina's those years and all your worries will disappear. Pretty nice deal, right?
わかったわよ。見せればいいんでしょ。見せれば。今用意するから少し待ってなさい。
Yeah, my sincere gratitude for your time.
資料といっても大したものはないわよ。イリスさんの家は暗い部分が多くて、私だってハルデラさんに依頼してやっと手に入った情報なんだから。
As she speaks, Chizuru presses her thumb again. A fingerprint scan and unlock a safe spawns inside the cabinet.
正解の暗部に深く根付いてる家だけに、ハルデラさんのところでも限られた情報しか得られなかったみたいね。はい、これで全部。持ち出しは禁止だから、今ここで読んでいって。
So Makina Evo is some political shit. The emphasized event she lands has a word removal strictly forbidden strikes across on the front of the event. I'm not looking for intelligence on the issues, you know. I'm only interested in information on the individual. It is Makina.
イリス・マキナを知るということは、イリス家を知るということよ。何せ8年前のイリス家のお家騒動の中核にいたのが彼女なのだから。
Romance diffuse?
私も詳しくは知らないし、その資料にも概要程度しか記されてはいないけれど、当時の当主とイリスさんのお父様の間で意見の対立があったそうよ。
Oh, well, I suppose they were reading.
あなた本気なの？イリスさんのこと。
What do you mean?
イリスさんの父親になるなんて随分と気楽に引き受けたみたいだけれど、あなたが思っているほど単純じゃないわよ。
Yeah, I can't start to understand that. I got a vague feeling it's going to be more troublesome job than I expected. Even so, if Makina needs me, I want to do what I can for her.
後悔するかもしれないわよ。
I'm aware, but when it seems necessary, I take action first and sort out the pros and cons later. That's how dogs like us are trying. If you find someone who needs help in the first place, you're obligated to protect. Just do what needs to be done. Simple as that.
無駄に力強いのはアメリカ仕込み？
How rude! I don't remember declaring I am justice incarnate.
あんまりサムおじさんを怒らせない方がいいわよ。親会社なんでしょ。
I hear that corporations where employees don't badmouth their higher ups tends to go bankrupt in no time.
ああ言えばこういう本当に口の減らない子ね。
I pick up my sharp tongue from the Americans.
まあいいわ。コーヒー入れてきてあげるからゆっくり読みなさい。
Appreciate it. Just as Chizuru warned me, the documents inside the envelopes can be called detailed by stretches of the imagination. Oh, a sad song. The report mainly focused on the history of the Yusuf family, tracing their consistently flourishing enterprises from the pre-war era of today, describing their class structures and naming the houses considered their closest allies. In particular, the careful analysis of the current major players' thought processes and religious ideologies, and an eye toward the risk they might pose to society stands out as sort of meticulous work I expected for JB. Since the woman has relied on first impression or speculation in the reports, it feels that thought less reliable rumors has been intentionally omitted. While the information that here appears to be solid, I can't deny that there is very much of it. The relevant material begins with a biograph of Makina's grandfather, a former bureaucrat in the Ministry of Finance. Apparently, he was something of a social climber, joining the family by marrying the daughter of a superior. Makina's own father died, so I married to the family and took their name. But the real power in the Irisu clan was in the hands of his wife and mother-in-law. And those who were essentially the shadow leaders of the Irisu's enterprises made use of their enormous influence to enrich their family through a range of tinted and extreme dark shade of grey. When Makina's father realized that he been an unwitting participant in large-scale corruption, he took the Irisu secrets account book and tried to come into contact with Naicho, but
事件に巻き込まれて死亡した。
finishing the sentence and my voice trails or Chizuru reaches up to offer me a steaming mug of coffee.
その事件というのがイリス・マサタカ氏の娘イリス・マキナの誘拐事件というわけ。
I see. I tapped the mouth, which is I couldn't flip it through the documents. A group of criminals who kidnapped Makinas obviously on the way back from language class submitted a ransom demand directly to her father. Oh my! Just to say, they instructed Mr. Masasaka to the desert for along with the money, but one shot to the eyes he made their hands off.
使用された弾丸は未登録の9ミリ拳銃から発射されたもので、事件発生から8年経った今でも犯人につながる有効な手がかりは得られていない。
That's why Makina said don't die. Following the mother, Makina was eventually rescued from the scene after spending 6 days there.
そういうこと。犯人グループに拘束されたまま放置されたイリスさんは6日もの間父親の亡骸と同じ部屋に監禁された結果、
That was way too pain, my friend. What a...
救出された時には体力的に限界を迎えていたのはもちろんのこと、精神的にもすっかり失調していたそうよ。
So that's why she was hospitalized.
今のイリスさんに見られる言動の異常はその事件が原因だったと言われているわ。
That is the cause of the strange behavior you see in the society
入
today.
院前のイリスさんは それこそ神童と呼ばれるほどの天才児だったという話ね。それが事件後は言葉も話せないような状態が2年も続いたそうで、
2 full years in a completely uncommunicative
イエ
state.
スかノーか答えられるようになるのにさらに1年、自分の考えを言葉にできるようになるまで2年、人間らしい感情が戻るのに1年、今のように話せるようになったのもここ数年のことのようね。
I see. Shut the Manila folder, I slid back into the envelope and returned it to Chizuru.
もういいの？
Yeah, I got the general idea. No need to keep going.
もう見たくない？
What's that supposed to mean?
イリスさんの過去はあなたの過去にも通じる部分があるでしょ。だから辛い過去を思い出すんじゃないかって。ごめんなさい。
Is that the reason you were so reluctant to show to me this?
そうね。できればそういう過去はあまり思い出してほしくはないわね。
Denying the past doesn't change who you are today. And thanks to my master, I'm still standing.
ごめんね。変なこと聞くけど、生きていてよかったってそう思えることがあなたにはあるかしら。
Well, I got myself through plenty of situations where that might be easier. It being the easier choice that I've been trained well enough to treasure survival for its own sake. Also, I still haven't found the reason I was born, and I haven't even begun to repay the kindness of the woman who saved my life. So in that sense, though, I'm glad I haven't ended up there yet.
そう。
Sorry for asking the unreasonable. Are you ready to coffee cheese to brew out of me? And that place is empty out on the desk. Kind of a shame though. You went out your way to show me the doors there, but there was only one piece of information in the whole thing beyond what I already expected.
その情報って？
I'm a little surprised that Makina has a little sister. I was positive that girl was an only child.
妹さんといっても父親が違うらしいし、姉妹的な感覚はあまりないのかもしれないわね。
Different fathers. But before that, the idea of Makina has a big sister just seems wrong somehow.
確かに。
After taking the principal for the information and the call, I promptly leave the office and I strolled. As I strolled slowly down the hallway to our class, I reconsidered the intelligence once more. In the end, the information that I reconsidered Makina's account for maybe be a 15 of the total at best. In childhood, she was apparently so talented as to earn the label of prodigy. Hard to believe when I look at the hair-headed dolphins we know today. But when you give the matter careful thought, some faint remnants of them reliance have been in evidence every once in a while. From a very young age, Makina was raised reverently as a child genius, but most of her family was only really interested in converting that talent into hard cash. Same story everywhere you look at, I guess. In a house filled with people who view her as nothing more than a tool, Makina's one and only true ally was her father. Irisu Makasaka was an up-and-coming future elite who earned superb grades at a top-flight national university, but unfortunately happened to suffer from distinctly timid and unambiguous personality. And ever since meeting Makina's mother in his school days, she is apparently exercised an absolute dominant influence over him. Given how faint of heart the man was by nature, it's easy to imagine how anguished and torn he must have been when he discovered his family is involved in large-scale corruption. In the end, he must have desired to live honestly for Makina's sake, even if it means betraying the rest of his new family. But that was a mistake. Far too many important people who found themselves in a seriously disadvantaged position if the Isu's kind records were to be made public. Most likely, the for-profit kidnapper was a rush devised by his own family, using his daughter as a bait only to kill him in front of her eyes. A clueless bystander in all this, Makina was left tied up in a prison for 6 days with her father's rotting corpses, hardly surprised that her mind would be deeply damaged. I can't speculate on what they choose to sacrifice the main family elder's daughter, but after the incident, Makina was removed from a natural position as the future leader of the clan. On paper, she undergo continually medical care for an undisclosed illness, but in reality, she effectively disowned. Her younger sister has been giving her place as the family heiress. Her beloved father, the only ally she had in the world, died before her eyes, and then she was thrown out of her house as an unwanted child. Really shitty luck all around. That said, I'm not about to let myself pity the girl. To be perfectly honest, this all sounds like a massive pain in the ass. On a pure practical level, it's probably be wiser not to get too deeply involved. But running away at this point would be far too irresponsible. Misfortune is so unusual. I have my share. The world's got quite a few people who didn't grow up unpleasant circumstances in it. But I was lucky enough to eventually meet my master, a person who decisively changed my life for the better. Her help became a huge turning point for me. If someone were to ask me how I feel about my life, I can probably answer I'm happy enough in all sincerity. Staying alive is a good thing in itself. As long as you keep going, someday you'll find happiness. Someday you'll become useful to someone. That day is still coming when you earn someone's gratitude. That's why I'm still going. It was my master that gave me strength of will to believe those things. I closed my eyes and had deeply and asked myself the crucial question once more. Can I really do something for Makina like my master did for her? For me, I look at those documents in an attempt to understand the things I want to protect, but I was also slightly uneasy that knowing the truth might complicate or weaken my determinations. Unfounded worries. I'm not going to give an inch. No inch. Maybe the real reason I looked over that dossier was to confirm my confidence in myself. There's no problem because I usually can't do everything well, but there's nothing I can't do at all. If I'm not good at something, I can just take time to improve. I'm not half bad at that sort of sober effort. When I reached this conclusion, I realized I've been standing still in the hallway for some time lost in thoughts. I glanced at my watch. The time's 4757. At 5 minutes after the approaches, I still can't help thinking which direction was the flight again. All habits really do die hard. I occasionally look out the windows with a wide smile on my face, only to find my classmates approaching at school gates with holes and share small shovels in their hands. I thought it was guarding the class. When you choose something, you get confident in yourself, taking on the modern responsibility that leads to visible fruits of your labors, helps encouraging independence. On top of which, you make a useful contribution to society. That's the general idea behind the particular lessons at Miyama Academy. Of course, we are raising broadly competent individuals with exposure to everything, from information technology to agriculture. Is also a nice line off the brochure. But if you look at a little different, this school is some sort of a little BBQ joint that also offers sushi and ramen, perfectly shady shop somehow. They already finished out their lessons and the farm we borrowed for the purpose, and all that's left is now putting away the tools. A little strange for me to join this late in the game. Still, I make my way towards the front entrance. Hey Makina, just you?
おお、パパどこ行ってたのよさ。
Huh, had a minor errand to take care of. I went to see Chizuru.
おお、そうかよ。まあ、あれな。たまにはいろんなもん突っ込んでやんないと、地図の下水管も詰まっちまうしな。ご苦労さんなのよさ。
Yes, poor mother has a marine. I swear, Amane would be pleased to hear you talking like that, you know. Where is she anyway?
あまねえならあそこ。
Makina points aside, indicating a red tractor that makes its way toward the storage building on the edge of the school grounds. A white roll-around net and a big straw hat on her head. Amane slapped me in the driver's seat and smooth shifting gears from tortoise to hair. That sort of thing really suits her, doesn't it?
あまねえはタイヤとエンジンがついてる乗り物なら何でも大好きだしね。
In other words, she's engineering. So what happened to the others?
ユミちゃんは作業日報を書いて先生に提出に行ってる。チルチルは授業が終わってあとは帰るだけって段階で用水路に落っこちたからシャワーを浴びに行ってるのよ。
Once we die, Skirt's pathological luck. Bad luck, well, must be a real monster in the past life. But whatever, where's Sachi?
サッチンはあそこ。
Her band just seems to be vigorously washing her hands in a nearby water fountain, immaculate as always. なんかすっげえ必死に手洗ってんだけど、やつはああいう病気なの？ Whatchamacall? Eh? Disorder.
落ちない。落ちない。
What are you doing? The girls obstinately continue to scrub away her hands, quite in moments like that would look out of place in some low budget horror movie. Can't deny it's a vaguely blood-curdling little scene. For some reason, just listen to her make it sound weirdly sexual in a way. Maybe I'm just a little too sensitive.
そうでもねえんじゃね。
何やら私に関しての不穏当なささやきが聞こえてきたのですが。
Yes, you are. Well, we all just wondering why you were washing your hands so frantically, I guess.
ああ、手についてしまった木作液の匂いがなかなか落ちなかったんですよ。
Sanchi holds out her hands to demonstrate. There's still a faint sense demonstrating of burnt lumber lingering on her skin.
サッチンは手を洗ってるだけなのに無駄に淫猥なエロメイドなのよさ。
That's not a good word, Maki-chan. Sanchi, my friend, feel free to flip out.
風見さんは普通のメイドとエロメイドなら後者の方がお好きですよね。
Indeed, a slutty maid would definitely be nicer to have around the place.
じゃあいいです。もうエロメイドで。
Seriously?
じゃあ私はエロ娘で。
Do you even know what you are saying? Shaking my head, was gonna catch her. Innocently, I happened to glance down and noticed that she got a single plain clay pot sitting at the feet. What's that thing?
リンゴ。
ゴリラ。
Ringo, gorilla. Trumpet, wait, were we playing the word chain game? I think not.
今日ね、先生にリンゴの苗をもらったのよ。だから植えてみたのよさ。
An apple city, huh? Isn't raising an apple tree is actually pretty difficult?
確かに簡単ではないようですけれど、マキちゃんが植えたものは単木で受粉が可能な品種だそうで、比較的手がかからないそうですよ。
今はちびっこい苗木でも数年後には真っ赤な小玉リンゴが鈴なりなのよさ。
Ringo.
そのまま食ってよし、ジャムにしてよし、パイのフィリングにしてよし。想像すると笑いが止まらないのよさ。実がなったらパパにも食べさせてあげるね。
I see. That's something to look forward to. Before I know it, I reaches out a hand out for Makina's head. Pushing my fingers through a fuzzy mass of hair, I roughly scratches at the scale underneath. The girl half closes her eyes and makes a strangely appealing grunt sound. Was the class fun?
おうよ、ドロンコプレイは大好きなのよ。
Might wrestling?
つまり土いじりのことです。マキちゃんは都会っ子の割には平気で田んぼにも入りますし、放っておけばキャーキャー言いながらずっと一人で遊んでるんですよ。
パパー、ドロンコ気持ちいいよ。べちょべちょのドロンコもっとぐちょぐちょにかき回して。ドロンコラーメン、おほー。
Okay, I get how you learned my but that's just now was really cutting it close in a lot of ways. No, maybe over the line entirely and cut it out with a oh ho. You sound like a constipated yak.
ちなみにですが、私も園芸の授業は大好きですし、今日もとても楽しかったです。
Yeah, that's good. Something's wrong? Smile brightly and say nothing. Sachi thrusts out her cranium in my direction. What's this supposed to be? She's asking me to bend her ear, I guess. I don't entirely understand, but just like I did for my guy, I hold on Sachi's head, stick my fingers between her ears and scratch away vigorously. Apparently, this tickles more than the girls had expected as she responds uncharacteristically with a high-pitched little squeal.
私も楽しかったのよさ。
Whoa! Whoa! All of a sudden, my hands pop out of the thin ass while doing a decided grand imitation of Makina's voice. She spoke her head forward me just like the others. What the hell is this? Don't tell me someone's been spreading rumors about the mystical power of my head pads to improve grades or something. When a woman dismissively thrusts her head at me, it almost feels like I've been charged by a water buffalo. The judge is wisest not to especially start. I simply reach out for my head, pushing my fingers through her hand. I feel to scratch my fingernails against his scalp.
うわ、やば、これ気持ちいいぞ。癖になるかも。
So ridiculous. You're not going to get any smarter from this, you know. And don't say "nyaho." Damn it.
あ、ユージ、もうどこ行くのよ。
Classes are over for the day. I'm going back to the dorm.
待ってよパパ、一緒に帰ろうよ。
As if I can walk while dragging this swarm of women behind me. Give me a damn break.
今なんて。
Nothing, talking to myself.
やれやれ、とんだツンデレ野郎ですね。
マキナと二人っきりの時はニコニコしながら手つないで歩いてたくせに。
ツンデレなのですから、二人きりの時は出れるのが普通なのでしょう。
ふんだ、いいもんね。ほらマキナおいで、私が手つないであげるから。うん、ありがとう。
I like to think I've got used to this place for by now, but when I face this with this strange sort of female solidarity, you know, the whole group bathroom visits kind of thing, I admit I still don't entirely fit in. For me, at that club, the girls conduct a whisper conversation all sorts of. All I make out is some cryptic muttering along the line of, I guess Sakaki is the only one left to go. Only a few minutes ago, I boasted that there's nothing I can't do, but there's definitely things I'm never going to be particularly good at. So maybe there will be come a day when I will look back and be sincerely thankful I had something like this in my life, maybe. Schoolyard. On the way back from my morning run, I heard Chuko singing in our courtyard. I have just hit my stopwatch when that simple but magnificently called seized my attention. Keeping a very still, I scan the nearby street and attempt to find the bird, but he proves highly elusive. I can hear his voice clearly now, but can't even reach a glimpse of the animal itself. Quite an impressive little ambush. This actually isn't the first time something like this has happened to me. I think it was on the way back from the class outing at my previous school. We were squeezed tightly onto hard benches in the camponi bed of a truck for hours, barely able to fidget without wedging an elbow in someone's guts. My ass was really starting to scream. Finally, someone shouted out that we were taking a bathroom break at this big rest stop at the foot of the mountain, and the truck slowly to a halt. Eagerly leaping out to escape the sting and heat, I stretched my legs for the first time in hours, then set out for a water fountain to refill the canteen hanging at my waist. Halfway there, I heard it go. I carefully looked through the trees above the nest, but couldn't find anything for the longest damn time. Just when I was about ready to go, I made an anticlimactic discovery of a small speaker. The thing was fixed with wire onto the branch of a nearby tree. The bird sounds I be hearing was nothing but a recording. I remember dropping my shoulders in disappointment as I smiled wiggily. But just as I started to wonder if something similar might be going on here, I finally picked out a single somber highly in the bad branches of a tree on the edge of the courtyard. I actually decided the real this time, huh? The real deal. With the authenticity of the song, so I just stand there and listen for a while. This bird has one hell of a powerful voice. Feels like my soul's being washed or clean. The light sense of fetish I have built on my mini marathon seems to vanish just like that, chased off by the vigorating little song. But despite this refreshing start to the morning, things quickly take a sort turn. I returned to my room only to find Swamane holding her sassy coughing loudly as Ariff Makina raised her stuffy little face indignantly in the air. Wait, you're still angry, Makina?
そりゃね、自転車の乗り方教えてくださいって言ったのは私だよ。確かに言いましたともさ。でもね、初めて自転車に乗った女の子、後ろから力いっぱい全力で押すってどうなのよさ。
What kind of chick? When you teach someone to ride a bike, I think helping out with the shop on the set is actually perfectly normal.
そうね、やり方は間違っちゃいないよ。でもね、加減を間違えちゃいませんかって私はそう言ってんのよ。
Makina is pretty angry.
ねえ、なんであんな力いっぱい押すかな。
Well, I figured this initial velocity will help prevent a gyroscopic effect and makes it easier to keep your balance.
だからってあんなビューンってすることないじゃん。で、そのまま木に激突したんだって。
I told the girl to brake, not my fault. She didn't listen.
かけたよ、ブレーキかけたよ。でも下が砂利だったのよさ。ブレーキかけてもそのままズガーって、そんでガシャンだよ。しかもそんだけじゃないのよさ。もう一回練習だって言ってまたビューンって押して校庭の砂場に突っ込んで前輪を砂に飲まれてそのまま顔面から着地したんだっけ。そんだけじゃないのよさ。もう一回って言いながら近寄ってきて 車に乗せたかと思えばまたビューンって。
そんで何？今度は自転車に乗ったまま階段に突っ込んでまたがったまま下り降りたんだって？
香港のアクション映画撮ってんじゃねえんだぞっつうの。殺す気か。
Oh, you know, you look just like Amane when you flip out like this.
そう？じゃあ今から私怒るから比べてみる？つかさ、初心者相手に厳しすぎない？あんたにとっちゃ悪ふざけのつもりかもしれないけど、マキナが怪我したらどうすんのよ。
Share protectors for the knees and elbows and the hammer covering her head, not a problem.
でもさ、もっとこう補助輪つけて練習するとかさ。
What's the point of training if you're going to give rep positive results and remove risk from the equation entirely? Roll through life like that and you will just freeze out in panic when you face a real crisis. Better to acquire the ability to see danger coming ahead of time through painful experience, don't you think?
そう言われるとな。転んで上手くなるってのは二輪車の宿命みたいなもんだけど、人並みに乗る分にはそこまでしなくても十分だと思うけど。
Amane, you have a second.
何さ。
Just come with me, alright?
パパ？
You just wait here for a minute, Makina. We'll be back soon. Amane, my friend, there's something I need you to clarify for me.
何よ。
The other day you said you were going to become Makina's mother, right? Were you serious about that? Were you serious about that?
それってどういう意味で？
I want to ask you to play that role.
そりゃ構わないけど。
In that case, when you disagree with me, stick to your opinion. Don't let me talk you out of it.
ごめん、意味わかんない。どういうこと？
I want to make Makina decide which of our opinions are correct for herself.
ああ、そういうことか。
When you raise a kid by spoon-feeding them the right answer to every problem, they end up narrow-minded and inflexible. When their parents disagree, children learn to think about who's correct on their own, right?
なるほどね。あんた結構考えてんだ。あ、じゃあマキナに意地悪したのもわざと？
No, not really. It's just a gut-bustling hilarious watching her trash around like that.
ひどいな。
Well, if I'm that terrible father, you better shoot everything I have to say. Got it?
わかった。
Sorry, Makina, but I have no intention of changing my instructional methods train. Training is to deal with all sorts of dangers. It's valuable experience that will help you protect yourself going forward.
ダメよマキナ。怪我したらどうするの？あんたは女の子なんだよ。自転車なんて普通に乗れればそれでいいの。
Makina, don't take riding a bicycle lightly. They are not toys, you know. Even a little bike like that is a light vehicle in the eyes of the law. Falling on and scraping your knees is one thing, but when you're sharing the road with others, your clumsiness might end up getting someone else hurt. Above average skill in controlling a vehicle is never a bad thing to have.
しまった。その意見は私も同意見だ。でもだったらそれこそ無理して自転車乗る必要なんてないじゃない。今まで乗らずに生きてこれたってことは、今後もマキナは自転車に乗らなくても生きていけるって証拠だよ。どっか行きたいところがあるなら私が車でもバイクでも出すし。
Amane, my friend, depriving a girl of a freedom that comes with riding a bicycle is downright tyrannical. And short sight, Makina's got a long life ahead of her, and nobody can say how it's going to play out. For all we know, the girl might one day encounter a situation where her ability to ride a bike proves the difference between life and danger.
どんな場面だよそれ。私はただマキナが怪我しないか心配なだけよ。
Sometimes, an injury today saves your life.
パパの意見が正しいような気がすんだけど、でも痛いのは嫌だし、
Sometimes an injury today saves your life 10 years down the line. Tell me, okay, which opinion sounds correct to you?
そんじゃさ、私が自転車の乗り方教えてあげよっか。私なら自動二輪の免許も持ってるし、教えるの上手だよ。
お、確かにそれはいいアイデアなのかもしれないのよさ。
I don't know how to boss, but I got a lesson that's valid for anything on 2 wheels. Naturally, I flip out of the MOS as well.
モス？
It's a qualification you need to use motorcycles at my job. They don't hand it out to just anyone either. The skill standard is a lot higher.
だからさ、たかが自転車でそこまで本気になることないじゃん。
Did I just say not to take riding bikes lightly? When you operate a vehicle that poses potential risks, not just to yourself but also to others, you should damn well know what you're doing.
喧嘩するなよ。
Okay. Makina, what is it going to be? You can learn from me or from me? It's your call.
二人に習うってのはダメなの？
あ、それいいじゃん。まず第一段階として学園敷地内で私が基本を教えて、第二段階でユージが路上教習するってのは
True nowadays, no need to restrict the girls to a single instructor. Helps provide a lot more balanced perspective. After all, sounds good to me, but are you sure about this, Amane?
私もいいよ。どうせ明日から夏休みで暇だし。
It's already that time of the year, huh? Mine comes as a bit of surprise, but my employer is an absolute sticker on the principal academic achievement. Practically everyone looking to move up the ranks use their off time to prep for exams. And in the case of employees who are assigned to special posts, anyone who hopes to get promoted isn't just studying, but also working to get recognition for their physical prowess. In addition to the daily exercise routine, your days off are typically spent on special training regimens. Every spare minute you have is devoted to foraging your body and mind. The rest of your time goes to eating, sleeping, and very little ease. To me, summer vacation is nothing more than one very long independent study period.
それじゃあ皆さんお待ちかねの通知表を配ります。
Report cards. In a somewhat tactical gesture, the principal taps a stack of sticks, nearly folded paper against her lectern to align their edges, then surveys the classroom with a big smile plastered on her face. And she calls out on everyone by one comes to the platform in the third and said their car respectfully, but there's quite a rich expression on our faces as we do so. Sakaki takes her cards indifferently, apparently either unconscious or just uninterested. Amane receives hers with a vaguely apprehensive expression, her brow slightly furrowed. Michiru don't even tend to hide her revulsion, grimaces as she thought she had just slightly shot in the head. Makina glanced from ear to ear like an undernourished child taking chocolate for GI in a jab. Sanchi boss deeply strong resemble a white-collar worker as having a business card for the client looking of a major client. And finally I take mine with a study nonchalant of Grant taking his new position for the latter half. What do you do, Commander? But when you get a revoker handed to you, it's only human to be curious about the contents. And as we look at our evaluation, there's another wave of very reactions around the classroom. Sakaki glanced over the report card without so much as twitch and eyebrow looks. I thought the results are exactly what she anticipated. Apparently someone Amane seems a little too close to home, judging for why they mind the way she's playing with her card hair. Indigestible chance of pitiless reality falls down her throat. Michiru does her best to fight her back, a rising tide of gastric juices.
No way.
No way. Her European only a few moments ago completely got Makina's claws at her card and mumbly seriously man in a deplorable tone of voice. Clearly finding the result she wanted inside, such is not deeply inside and that's off cast her hands together with a round of applause for herself. As for my card, on a 5-letter scale from A to F, I almost studied in the B range. The only exception are 2 A's in physical fitness and science and 2 C's in social activity and personal conduct. I'm initially a little non-clues at that medium-class personal conduct grade, given that I don't smoke, gamble or drink, but after reading the comments given red pen. Wait, the UN is nice, but if you're not careful, your treatment of the opposite sex is going to cause you a lot of grief. I have to admit I more or less understand where they're coming from. In fact, this is the first time we were here for problematic habit regarding women. My employee routinely has superiors put together department evaluations, commonly used as references for your next posting or attempts at career advancement. They're pretty tough documents running through your academic progress and personal conduct, covering the results of all sorts of inspections and findings on your overall sustainability as an employee. But when the superior writing the report happened to be a female, let alone JB, there will always be one angry scribble to refer of serious issues with women, invariably punctuated with an exclamation mark. I mean, it's not like I'm a playboy or misogynist. If anything, my co-workers ridicule me as an introvert and I always endeavor to be considerate towards women, but for some reason my attitude seems to be frequently misinterpreted.
それではこれで1学期の授業はすべて終了となります。明日からの夏休みには実家に帰省される方や寮に残留される方もおられるでしょうが、皆さん各自目標を立てて計画的に過ごしてください。院長、号令を。起立。
Command everyone stands up at once, bows Yolwa says, shout, Arigato gozaimashita. The principal offers us a nod and brief. Yes, I will see you next semester. Then leave the classroom. I thought this sort of bowing and scrapping was an elementary middle school thing. I guess our attitude towards learning is a little different here, or maybe the ceremonies are carrying a different nuance at my old school.
ねえパパ、私の通知表を見て。
It must be terrible. It must be terrible. Huh, let's see here. Smiling from ear to ear, Makina thrusts a red podcast in my face. I say too much, especially against my nose. Huh. I put my head back so I can actually get a look. Makina's car consists of a large boulder with vivid red cherry blossom design. Let's try a little harder in huge bold letters. I didn't understand there's a brief comment that seems to have been written by the principal herself. Receptivity to the influence of others is proof of curious mind, but please make an effort to call it a little more common sense. Start by working on your manners of speaking. So I'm not the only one who earned an exclamation mark. Oh, is this something? Makina, this mode of speech isn't anything new, but the principal has a point. It's not going to fly if the girl goes out into the world trying to get a job. And that's not the only problem. Just for my casual observation, her handwriting is sloppy and she's terrible with her chopsticks. In many small but significant ways, she's lacking in the skills expected of a normal member of society. But acquiring common sense is easier said than done when you're spending all your time in an isolated school like this. Common sense and lack thereof are concepts that exist only in relation to environment. What's she supposed to learn from a guy with a C in social etiquette? Let's say, looking around the room, I can't find a single person who doesn't exhibit a severe lack of common sense. I think I am developing a stomach itch.
ちょっとそれは聞き捨てならないわね。私はこれでも一応周囲からは美浜の常識人として認められているつもりなんだけど。
Are you sure about that?
何がよ。
Let me pose you a hypothetical question. If Makina were to go out into the world and conduct herself just as you have, what would people think of her? For example, if they observe Makina declaring her love at first sight for some man she didn't even know, then proceed to rub her chest against him while snorting droplets to her nose, would they accept it as normal?
それはだって。
I'm pretty sure they'll paint her as a horny, slightly dim-witted Lolita type. And while this might be very well met with the enthusiastic tear for approval of a certain minority given to particular tastes, could you really call any society that accepts such a viewpoint common sense anything but pathologically abnormal? Pathologically abnormal. We are going to end the episode here, my friend. Thank you for watching my video. My video is just for fun. Don't take heart, brothers and sisters. Seed of the World 3-4. Magic word time. Adios e famosa.